Stream here on the Twitch.tv/Theseus streaming on a Saturday evening, which I haven't done for a long time. But the way my days lined up and the activities that I was doing, I was like, hey, Saturday evening will work. Risk of T says, look forward to the beacon system. Ah, yeah, well, first order of business. Oh, that's the wrong key. Oh, whoopsie. All the wrong keys. Distractions. Distraction time. Wait. Let's keep the helmet on. When I'm around others, when we're like collaborative, I'm like, take the helmet off. See the skin better. But when it's just us streaming, no need. It sounds super neat, says Risk of Tea. We'll get to the beacon system soon. We're going to start off with a healthy distraction. There's another activity that I need to do. And I just thought to myself, why don't we do that? Oh yeah, I've had the light level stuff on. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And let's pop down here, shall we? Do you think someone is rich if they have more than one toilet and sink in the bathroom? I mean, define rich, right? Like, wealth can be property, it can be assets, it can be money, liquid or illiquid. You know, stocks and shares, investments, bonds, health of a person. Does that make them rich? You know, are you rich if you have 2 toilets and 2 sinks, but you live in a slum? It's a very strange question. I think what we want to do is go over to the shopping district and buy some explosive fireworks and then make use of them. Is that new? No, that's not new. Something about the colour of it just popped out at me. So there is a firework rocket shop here. I just want to see if I can get some explosive ones. I see we're starting with philosophy right off the bat. Wasn't my plan, but someone just came in with one of those questions, you know. I was obliged to answer. That does explode. Flight duration, premium bundles, various colours, shapes, effects. I'm not really sure if the explosion stacks. I do know that you can, using MBT data, give different explosive values to these rockets, right? But I don't know if that works in survival and if it's based on the amount. Anyway, what is the price? Like, this is 3 diamonds per... Wait, is it... You absolute numpty. It's just a piece of paper. 1 diamond per stack. We'll spend a couple of diamonds. Just a couple. Because it's so cheap. Soon he'll define a toilet, says Pear Pooper. Yeah, that's where the conversation go next. Define a toilet. Define a sink. If you replace the taps on a sink, is it still the same sink? You know, if you replace the taps and then later you replace the plumbing and then later you replace the bowl, is it still the same sink? Let's go with black for death. The Black Death, I'll take that. And must not confuse them with my regular rockets, mind you. Yo, Tarek1996 coming in with the 3 months subscribing. My dude, thank you so much for the subscription. B-Nabe with the Prime subscription. That was before I streamed though, like 4 hours before. So thank you for doing that if you're there. Have you ever heard of the ship of Theseus? I haven't heard of that. What is it about? Is it about... Oh, I know what it is. That's the ship where... That's the thing that I just did. That's the ship where you replace all the parts, isn't it? I literally just did that. It just clicked in my head. Oh, that's what it is. Didn't we have that combo in doc stream? What did you get up to in doc stream? So in this area here, I could do with a little chest. And while I remember, right, I gotta do a thing for Twitch It's like a clip. Alright, so I'm going to need a chest. And I'll give myself a couple of opportunities here to do it. I kind of want to do it at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to experiment with something. Anyway, so I gotta let y'all know that on the 16th of March, is that correct? That's in my schedule, right? I should have double checked this before I got started here. 6 o'clock GMT on the 16th. That is when it's happening. Alrighty then, I got an update for you because on the 16th of March at 6 p.m. British summertime. No, we're not on British summertime. We're on GMT, aren't we? Because we would be going into British summertime. Let's try that again. I have an update for you on the 16th of March at 6 p.m. GMT. I'm going to be doing a live stream. What's special about this? Well, it's my 10-year anniversary on Twitch. And what we're going to do is have some nostalgic fun, starting in Hermitcraft Season 1 and exploring the old worlds to celebrate 10 years here on Twitch, for which the entirety of I, of course, been a Hermitcraft member. So, put it in your calendar, make a note, it's on my schedule if you want to follow it here on Twitch. 16th of March, 6 p.m. GMT. Okay, now what I'll do next is make a note of the time. And then after the stream, I will turn that into a story here on Twitch. I haven't done that before. I thought I'd experiment with it. Did you upload your live VODs to YouTube? Marvin, all of them get uploaded to my second channel. Every single one of them. Unless there is some sort of exception or reason not to. Yo, Tesla! Coming in with the 10-month resub. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Thank you for resubscribing. Sorry about the name. Tesla's not so hot right now, is it? I've been seeing that the stock price has been tumbling down. I wonder why. Wonder what could be causing that, eh? Jeez. Let's go. Let's not go there today. Come on. Not that I ever really go there, but we'll put a little block in the corner just for now. And we're gonna do some skin changing. Now I use the launcher to do skin changes, and the launcher has absolutely refused to load my second client today. Like, I wanted to put my camera account on here. Oh, do you know what? I haven't set my status to like that. There you go. Yeah, it's absolutely refused. Also, I need to see if Tango's around. I've got something to do with Tango as well. I've been hoping to catch him. I completely forgot. See if he's got any free time available before I start skin changing. How have you been, X? Life going well? Things are alright, my dude. Thanks for asking. Nialm says the launcher is getting worse and worse, I swear. So, who else has these launcher issues? Raise your hand in chat. Yeah, so I will... Yeah, let's go do this thing for Tango. And I see I was going to ask him a question, right? Oh my god, I got stuff bookmarked that I need to access. Let's make a note. 96. So I saw Pearl do this in a stream, right? Message yourself 96 to 100. Okay, so we got that. That's important. The other thing... Alright, I need to get all my stuff back now. Yo, what's the betting? It's going to be an hour before... before, like... Excuse me, gosh. What's the betting? It's going to be an hour before we actually get started on anything today, right? Okay, what we want to do is send Tango... Oh my god, I'm so glad my brain is working today. We need to send Tango a file on Discord. So that'll take me a second because I have stuff bookmarked. Very smart, very smart. Okay, sent that. Now what I want to do quickly is just get over... bashing into things. Ugh. I want to get over here, and I think I want to surprise Tango. I put up all of his fan art paintings, and then I kind of realized... Yes, it is Tango. I kind of realized this would be better if we revealed them one by one. So I'm going to punch these out. Don't look for too long. They're amazing, but let's enjoy them with Tango. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put like a copy of each of these. Oh, I was supposed to rename them. I was supposed to put some credits over here, and I got distracted. I'll have to pass that on to Tango. I think I might be able to copy and paste that. Right, I'm writing out a message. So if I go silent, usually it's because I'm writing out a message. Actually, I should probably message him in game. Okay, let's get all the things on the screen. Yo, Lorax Librarian, thank you ever so much for 14 months with the Prime. Your favorite hermit is streaming. Oh, False is your favorite hermit, is she? I see, that's very cool. Oh, I see. Have I been watching Severance? I'm waiting for season 2 until it's finished before I start watching, because I'm going to get the whole thing in one go, like in 1 week on a little, what is it, like a 7-day trial. Right, we're gonna try and fly to the spawn chunks, which is here. So try is probably not the right. Oh yeah, and so we're doing activities today, right? That I was talking about a second ago, and they involve getting prepared. Oh, we'll check that. We'll check that all out later on, because I've been over here working on this. I just had a spur of inspiration. There's another one. And so now what I need to do is get a bunch of hermit heads. Tango's is actually one of them, but I've got all the skins saved, and then we'll bring those into this area. And I don't think I'm going to do any more today, but I had like a real spur and did like 3 or 4 yesterday or the day before. Spoilers for the next Hermitcraft episode, says Manhart. I mean, my streams are mostly spoilers these days because I do a lot of stuff on streaming, and then we come over here, or I come around later and show off what I've been doing in an episode, right? The map on the floor is your favorite thing. You love it so much. I really like it too. And look at Cub Space. This is absolutely crazy. And these, believe it or not, are diamond blocks. Cub mined thousands upon thousands of diamond blocks just to decorate his area. Which, you know, who would do that, eh? Who would get loads of diamond blocks and just plop them in their base? I don't know. I don't know who that person is. You know? You've been watching a show called Paradise on Hulu. It's pretty good so far. I'm trying to avoid just watching show after show after show. I'm trying to be a little more selective, like try and catch the really good stuff. You know? Hey X, did you check the exile and how you'll add exile chunks in your map? Oh, the exile chunks aren't going in this map. This is the map of our communal area. I've got no plans to map out like another part of the server. Like if you look at how much space we've got here, it's all been filled up. Am I going to go on the old Hermitcraft servers? I'm going to go on the old Hermitcraft worlds, but not on the servers because those servers I guess no longer exist as they once did. If that makes any sense. Am I catching something out of the corner of my eye here? Is that new? That's new. This is something new over here. How do we get a better view of that? Joel's something by at spawn. Oh, Tango's between Ren and Joe's place. Well, where is Joe's place? Right, I'm glad I got the. I'm glad I left the chat window open so we can help Tango navigate. We'll have to check out that sign. So now we're getting a growing list. Wait, where am I going? I just need to go to the Nether. We're getting like a growing list of things we need to do today, you know. But I think we're going to meet Tango in the Nether. So we'll hop through this portal right here. Evening, Xisuma, long-time watcher, but rarely able to catch a stream. Thank you for many years of lovely content. I appreciate you sharing the fun with us. Hey, thank you for the lovely message, my dude. I really appreciate that. More than happy to share. Hey! Wait.
I've been chasing you.
Oh, I was just going to say, you came through the same portal. What's going on there?
I've been like, hello, hello, hello.
Oh, were you like muted?
No, just catching you right at the end of audible range, I think, as you were moving along.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You look like a teddy bear. What's going on? I love it.
What am I, Tango?
I'm gonna say, I don't know, an owl?
An owl? Wow.
No.
Okay. Oh, you know, I am a rat, and if you mistook me for a mouse, I'd be okay with that. But an owl, I did not expect. I do have wings.
Yeah, I do see the rat now. Okay, very well.
Yeah, so I've been celebrating the release of Tunnel Rats by literally dressing up as a rat.
I see the connection now. That makes sense.
It's like a ritual for playing, and then I just leave it on when I come on here, you know.
Sure, why not?
Why not? Let's pop on through. So now you know where the spawn chunks are.
Yeah.
It's
right. Of course, the map and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, this building right here. Have you seen what's down in the basement?
No.
Ah, there's something down here that I need your head for as it goes.
Oh, cool. Well, I got a lot of stuff on me right now, so
don't worry.
Let me put it in a chest first.
I've got another way of getting it, so don't worry. But
okay.
If you have a look around, you can see that there's a missing head right here.
Oh my gosh.
For a certain special chef.
Food consumed. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, is that fixed? If you open the book.
Right.
Oh, I think it's fixed. Okay. So we got statistics, right? Killed by creaking over here.
Killed by... How do you get killed by a creaking?
Ask Ren, apparently.
Wow.
He's an
trial
expert.
Keys used. Look at you, 125 trial keys?
Yes. But I believe...
This can't be
I believe there's some issues with this, because you've used one, right?
I've definitely used a bunch. Yeah, I mean, not 125, but yeah.
So I'm currently investigating that, and therefore the stats aren't working yet. But the murals are.
But this is beautiful. Yeah.
It's a real fun project.
This is really cool. I love it. Look at this. Look at Ren doing things. Wow.
It's really fun.
Killed 263 withers.
Yes, he has, because he's got the beacon shop, right?
Oh, he must have a wither killing machine of some kind. I haven't seen it.
I don't think he. I think he's got something that assists him. I don't think he's got like fully automated. You know.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow.
But there's a goal here.
It's beautiful.
I'm trying to get like one hermit into every little mural. So it tells the story of each person's season to some extent.
This is absolutely beautiful. Have you done all this armor stand work? This is really beautiful.
I have, and I don't know why there's a visible one there, but this is
okay.
This is like a challenge to myself to try and get into this, because I've been really inspired by like what Cleo and Mumbo have been doing, and my favorite one is over here, by the way.
Which one?
Check out B-Dubs.
Horse is killed. He's got tears.
Yeah.
Oh, he's crying.
Oh.
Joel's juggling heads. I love it. Are the stats correct? Yes, they are. 346.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Oh, this is great. Players killed. Wow. Scar. Oh, Hawkeye. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a menace, right?
He is. This is great. Okay, you got a little bit of work to do. Still, is it all planned out? Like, you know who's going to be in what slots?
Yeah, I'm kind of getting it. I'm getting the last few together, right? Like, it's taken me a while to figure out who goes where, but like, you know, Grian and fishing is obviously a story from the season.
Obviously, yep.
And so I'm trying to find each person's story. I think Skiz is going to be Redstone over here, right?
Wow,
like the underdog. He's been going at it. He's been pushing himself.
He has. Okay, so you need my head.
I do, but I can get it later. If not, have you you have to have set your spawn, right? Because of the whole exile thing.
Right, my spawn is set.
Okay, we can do that.
Do we have a? Let's see. How about we just go to? Can we just go to my base and do it? It'd be easier than me trying to get wings and get all the way back here. Let's do that.
Okay, let's go that way. I know where your base is.
You're not streaming, are you?
I'm streaming right now. You got spoilers over there?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got all kinds of spoilers over there. Yeah, so.
Let's go to my base then. You can set your spawn temporarily. Just follow me across here. Are you with me? Think we might have lost Tango.
I'm here.
Oh, we've got to aim for the opening. Whew. And then smack your face into a wall. There you go. You're a pro. Down here, around the corner, it's a little bit of a maze.
It's like a maze, I know, really.
Into the cage, which is kind of ominous. Oh yeah, and we can pass the night as well. There we go. So use that right now. I'll take those rockets out. Dude, you are in the middle of something.
Oh yes.
You got a lot of materials here.
Yeah. Lots of building. In fact, I have a little bit more.
Yeah, just chuck it on the ground and you'll respawn.
All right, the rest. Go ahead.
You got your armor on.
Oh.
And you still got your helmet on.
Well, you know, you can. There you go.
Here we go. A couple more hits. There it is. Hey, and you didn't get exiled. Can you imagine if that was a prank and I just
that would be yeah. And you just broke the bed, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. That would have been impressive.
All right.
Okay. Good. Okay.
I'm gonna wear this
really
face
cool.
for
I
a
love
while.
that project you got going on down there.
Oh yeah, no, it's super cool. I really like it. I got another project going on as well.
Yeah.
The fan art gallery. If you want to follow me, I'll show you the way.
Love to see it.
Got all your bits and bobs?
I think so. Let me just double check. Boom. Yeah, we're good.
Awesome. So your competition has concluded, and I've added 5 pieces to the server that are absolutely amazing.
Okay.
I can't wait for you to see them. So
I'm a bit nervous. All right.
Here we go. Flight again. Just follow me. Bam. Straight line. This is it right here, by the way, in front of us. This incredible building.
Did you get me exploding fireworks?
I put them. Yeah, I just brought those from Cub.
Okay, yeah, those are
2 stacks of them. Thank you. I need those. All right.
Gotta find my rockets. Well, I'll find them on the way. All right, go ahead. Show me.
What was that sound?
That was my phone. Sorry.
All right, so this is the fan art gallery, right? So, there it goes again.
Yep.
It's a bit bare at the moment, but we're slowly getting people in one by one.
This looks like a modern museum.
Yeah, that's the vibe down here. And I've got you in here on the bottom floor. You've got some good company down here.
Okay.
All right, we've got EFO.
Wow.
Yeah.
People are just so talented. I don't understand.
They are incredible. That's why I wanted to get them here on the world for this season. Because they've been doing it for years, and it's time to bring it all together.
Yeah, I totally agree. They need to be recognized. Look at this. Wow.
So notice how these are rooms that have been decorated. So you're gonna get a room as well, and I guess the challenge is to decorate it and make it feel like your little room in the art gallery. So we've got Corrales up here.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then I'm his neighbor. This is my favorite, by the way, right here. This one right here.
Scream. I love it.
That
is really good.
That always makes me smile.
Yep.
Through here, this is my little room. with some amazing pieces in.
Wow. The colors in yours are so good.
Yeah, there's a lot of color, isn't there? Yeah.
There is. Wow.
And then you're going to be
Okay.
down the stairs here. You're going to be next to Cup. So you get to decorate this room as you see fit.
Okay. Okay.
And I get to show you these pieces one by one. Now, you might have noticed there were signs next to the other pieces with names and stuff.
Yep.
I'm going to get that to you so these people can be properly credited.
Of course. Right.
In fact, while you're marveling...
Oh, that's cool.
I've got these on my other screen if I just shuffle it around. So this is The Dungeon is Ready for Its Next Victim by Annex
Appropriately
O'Dine.
named. Yeah,
very well
cool.
named. All right, next one here. Puka Pufferfish with Our Hungriest Hermits.
I love it with the little rats.
Yeah, the
eating
details
carrots.
are sweet.
Yeah,
Got the water
great.
flushing down, the freezer. So good.
I love it.
Alex makes monsters with hazard kills. Now, this is my personal favorite, and you'll know why. It's because it's very metal. But here we go.
Oh, look at that!
Oh,
Wow,
I love that.
the font up at the top. That's great. Yeah.
I could, like, if you went to a heavy metal festival and you saw someone in a black t-shirt wearing that, you wouldn't blink twice.
I wouldn't even blink. Yeah, it would just
fit
look
right in.
totally in place. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, what's that band?
Yeah.
All right,
That's great.
so Skadoodleificate, that is
Of
their
course.
name, with the Dungeon Master. Ooh,
Excellent.
Love that.
Excellent.
it's a beautiful one.
So good. So good.
And last we got Leaf Doodles with Redstone Lollipop. Gorgeous one right there.
That's great.
I like the colors in that.
Yeah, I like how
It's
it's
like
all
minimal.
subdued except for the redstone torch. Yeah, everything's like kind of washed out intentionally, and then the redstone torch is nice
Yeah.
and bright. That's really good. Yeah.
Awesome. So inside this chest,
Very good.
you'll find more of these paintings. They're
Okay.
ordered like left to right, the way I showed you them. There's a bit of a catch. Like when you break these, they will disappear. So that's why you've got some more in this chest.
Fair
and
enough. Okay.
if for any reason you run out, there's some commands to get more, so I can just pass those on to you.
Okay. And I can do whatever I want in this room?
That is correct. Yeah. Decorate it up.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, maybe even put some redstone in here. Like, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Use your
Okay,
imagination.
I'll do this. Yeah, not this video, but next video. I'll come down here. This will be fun.
Awesome. That's wonderful.
This is great. Okay.
And
Excellent.
I guess at the moment, like you're currently working on a build for your base, right?
Yes, for like 10 days straight.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on over there. Yeah.
I saw you were terraforming, and then you said that you've been
Yep.
building, so something impressive coming
Yeah.
your way, I imagine.
Hopefully, there's something. I don't know if it's impressive, but where are my rockets? Did you scoop up my rockets?
You can just have mine.
Can I just have just a stack to get home? There you
I
go,
don't
perfect,
know
thank you.
what
Okay.
happened with
The-
with that. These have different flight direct. Whatever. I'm confusing myself.
All right.
Something happened with those rockets. I'll see if I can find them. Anyway.
Who knows? No big deal. All right.
Yeah,
Wow,
thanks for
this
popping
place is
by.
Beautiful. Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah, this is
And,
great. I'm excited. It gives you something to do. I like it.
Awesome. Okay, I'll see you around, Tango.
All right. Later. Is this the way out?
That's the way out.
Yes. All right.
See ya. Oh, wonderful. I need to quickly pass on those that information to Tango. Probably need to press the right button, format this a tiny bit. Just gonna label those. Right, so now he's got the artists and the names of each of the pieces. That's wonderful. Now I've got to put my usual screen back onto chat. SD's here. Congratulations, ST. Wonderful news. Can I just say, I knew what the message was about, but I didn't get the whole Amazon delivery truck thing. Like, I was like, huh? Couldn't figure that one out. Hey, we've been rated. Oh, false we are. And Pendaloft has gifted a sub to False. Thank you for gifting that sub. We had North211 here with us. Let's do the gifted sub animation. For 20 months while we were showing Tango around the fan art gallery. Hey, HY Menace 6418, thank you for subscribing as well. Chimera Dev here for 28 months. Tango saying you're an owl is like me realizing the title says beacon and not bacon. Oh, right. Yeah, no, we're not doing bacon stuff. We're doing beacon stuff today. Welcome all the raiders. You just missed us introducing Tango Tech to the pieces that came through from his fan art gallery, which concluded a couple of days ago. Pearlescent Moons is going to be concluding in a week, and Vintage Beefs, XB Crafted are currently running if you want to get involved. We've got a resident fan artist in the chat. I see Mixer New there. And this is Cub's gallery right here. This is like, I knew this was a good idea, but like seeing it in front of you, it feels even better. Also, I just realized EFO has done something here. And I was trying to figure this out the other day when I was looking at it. I was like, this has got a really nice vibe, and I can't explain why. And it just hit me. He's taken a color that's predominant in each of the art pieces and then translated it to the blocks around it, right? Maybe with the exception of this one, because he's already done red. So that one's gone for the darker tone alongside it. That is really clever. Really clever. Yeah, for those of you that have just tuned in, we'll go see mine and Corralis's as well again. Sparkly Ginger, thank you so much for 5 months. Very much appreciated. So thanks a lot is here for 104. Woo! Big numbers. Good evening, X. Hope you're having a great weekend. I'm having a good weekend. This, by the way, oh, love it. All the different little Xisuma characters hanging out together. And then this one as well, just... I feel like every time I look at this, I see something new. Speaking of which, there's an axolotl up here. Like, there's all these details. Goliath. This is just like the story. Loglands. The copper shop, whatever I've called it. The silverfish down the bottom. I mean, I feel like every time I stare at this, I see something different. Like these little symbols here as well. There's just so much packed into this one. It's and I love this one over here too. This was the one I think the community voted on. So I picked out 4, and then the community voted for this one here. Dragonfly, thank you so much for 3 months. Much appreciated. By the way, for all of you tuning in and subscribing, subscribers now get access to the equivalent of my Patreon server known as Let's Play Minecraft Together. That includes Prime and Gifted subs. So if you have one of those, you can go to asumavoid.com/get whitelisted and join our community. Rippling River is here for 7 months. Thank you, my dude. Thank you for the continued support. Oh, this is so good. What I like about this one is that's very much like Cub's IRL face. Same for Gralis, but merging their characters, really, really clever. So cool. Like the avatar and the cat, because you know, like what would Corralis look like if drawn like this with Corralis's skin? Those eyes would be massive, I tell you, massive. Some very talented people, says Sparkly Ginger. Yes, indeed. There's actually another one. Yo! And, so thanks a lot. Coming in with, is that 10 gifted subs? And if you were just gifted a sub, that means you can join the server, right? Maria Rose, Avery Duck, Jewel Bardmans, OEXI, Queen of the Fairies, Catch Audi, Roman Riv, Sevenoy, Vivid T, and T Rose McCarran. Y'all been gifted subs. You heard your name, be sure to say thanks in chat. Where is that? Is it on the... I think it might be on a different floor, actually. Is it upper floor? Let's free cam this one. What's up here? No, it's down a floor. Okay. I know where I'm going. By the way, if we got a hype train going? I can't see the hype train, so... Mods, if you could inform me if ever there's a hype train. Then I get to play beautiful animations. This one was added for Hypno. Just one. We reached out to Core. And just so cool, right? So cool. Yo, Shala 0073, thank you for the Prime subscription. Exciting. Oh, it's always exciting on Hermitcraft, right? I don't have any proper rockets, so let's kaboom our way upwards. and head over here. Do I have to resub each month to remain on the server, or if I sub once, I keep access to it? We have I think we have a like 32-day access thing. It's 32 days, so there's like some overlap every month, but we could possibly make that a little bit bigger, because you might want more wiggle room with resubbing and stuff. But yeah, it is a monthly access server, which is a good point. But hey, you know, if you get gifted a sub, you can log on, meet our community, and find out if it's a good fit for you or not, right? Which is super cool. Apparently we're at Hype Train level 2. Well, I haven't even played Animation level 1, so let's start off there, shall we? You should be seeing a fantastic animation on your screen right now. I do not know what happened to those rockets, because there's none left over here. But that's okay, because we've got absolutely loads of them. Right, now we are 35 minutes into the stream. What did I say? It'll be an hour before we get the thing we actually need done. I do love it. I do love it. I do love it, really, you know. Yo, Poofy Lufa! Thank you for the Prime subscription, my dude. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Gonna have lots more going on today, that's for sure. So we set our spawn here. Now I need to do some skin changing shenanigans, right? Speaking of which, oh, Grian logged off. I thought he logged in. Grian is one of the skins I need to change to, and the launcher is being misbehaved. Yo, Mixanu, thank you for gifting a sub to Zerkanga. I appreciate it ever so much. Zerkanga, you've been gifted a sub. Poofy Lufa says, loving it. Oh, I'm glad you are, my dude. Cool animation, haven't watched in a while, haven't seen that. It's quite new here, the Hype Train one. Okay, right, I can change my skin now. Here's the thing, I really need the toilet because I drank a lot of water earlier. I was taking the time off to watch a movie and I was like, I'm going to hydrate. I'm going to hydrate big time. So, you know, now it all wants to come back out. Right, while I nip to the loo, I will leave you with some amazing screenshots from our server, and I'll be back in just a moment. Have no fear, I am actually here. I also have changed to standing now. What's my favourite colour? It's blorange. Oh, and we hit Hype Train level 2, so get to see the next level in a second. There we go, that one's finished. Hype Train level 2. I don't think we've got past level 2 yet. I think that's the most we did. Or maybe we did a 3 at some point. Right, first up on the list is EFO. Now, when I relog into the server, I shall be the mysterious man himself. And yes, I am. For a second there I was going to do an EFO impression. I'm like, don't embarrass yourself. You're terrible at that. Oh, do you know what we got to do? So every time. Got to nip out here, haven't we? Rat skin is such a jump scare. Ah, yeah, I guess so. You love the animations. Me too. The Puka is a legend. So happy to collaborate with Puka. Hey. And we went off with a bang. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll do that twice. There we go. And then we'll get 2 EFO heads. So we've got like a spare EFO head. Next, let's go and add grass. Wait. Sure. Okay. So like, when I save the file name, I name it after that hermit. Apparently, I typed grass. I don't know why I typed grass, but grass is what I typed. Sorry, grass. It almost sounds mean because no one wants to be a grass, right? Yo, it's Cybot in chat. I don't see you in chat, but welcome, my dude. Anyway, what we're doing right here won't take too long, will it? New nickname just dropped. I don't think it will take off somehow. Although it is like a grass and grain going to be like related somehow. Okay, next up is Hypno, who I believe I have correctly named. If I haven't, I apologize. Yo, Cybot coming in, resubbing for 33 months. Go get your snacks. Yeah, I could have said that, right? And Striker Beast, thank you for the Prime for 2 months. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. All right, let's... wait, I've got to relog. So, I am very, very hydrated. As I mentioned a moment ago, I drank loads of water earlier. So I scheduled myself a little R&R, rest and relaxation. And I've actually had a very busy day. I've moved around a lot. I've exercised. I've done a ton of walking. I went for a cycle first thing in the morning. So it's kind of been the opposite, but it was a good time to sit down and watch a movie for a couple of hours. And I brought this movie months ago on Blu-ray. I saw it at the cinema and I immediately loved it. And I have been waiting to watch it again for some time. This movie is called Civil War, and I just think it's utterly fantastic. So I got to watch it again today. I had some popcorn, I had some homemade ice cream, and just chilled out and drank tons of water, and it feels really good. I don't like taking time off like that too often, but if you get the timing right, then it feels like really rewarding just to, you know, take some time to zone out. And that movie, watching it a second time, fantastic. I think if ever that movie is on, it'll just be one of those movies that I will sit and watch and enjoy. Keeper Antarm says that movie was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I agree. And watching it again, I didn't feel a sense of like seeing stuff that I didn't see before. It just further sort of crystallized my sense of it. It's a really good like just series of events. Very linear, like one thing to the next, but then through that there's like these character arcs that are not particularly deep. They don't need to be like extensively deep in any way or overly dramatic. I think the underlying thing they're trying to portray is like really, really strong about these characters, and watching it again, it just came off the same way it did the first time. So I highly recommend this movie. I just think it's just a fantastic piece of cinema that'll like lock you in, keep you invested in the characters. Could have swore I saw something move over there. So it appears that only me and Keeper have seen it. Has anyone else seen it? About the American Civil War. Yes, it is. No, it's not about the American Civil War. It's set in modern day, and it's an American Civil War that you follow like journalists for it. Although, do they call themselves journalists or reporters? They're people that go into combat zones and document what's happening. And as you might be able to imagine, that can be a very stressful job, one that could take a big toll on you, which is kind of what it helps you look into. Wartime journalists, yeah. You know, they'll run around like behind troops and stuff. And I also get this feeling that it's not something written from the outside. I got this feeling like they're really trying to pull you into what that life and world is about. Garnale says, I've watched it. I like how they depict photography as a profession. Yeah, like a lot of the movie is spliced with the shots they're taking on their cameras, and I really feel like they're trying to portray something about this role. Although I am now Skiz. We're collecting heads for the mural project. The old one from the 90s or the new one? Now I'm going to have to do research. So is it a remake? Don't tell me it's a remake. If it is, dang, that's a good movie anyway. Okay, notes for after the stream. I've got them here. I've written it down. I'm going to do some research thanks to you. The Marvel one. It's not a Marvel movie. I don't watch Marvel movies. Can you give us a what's up, buddy? Says Coda Corgi. No, I cannot give you a... Oh. I cannot give you a what's up, buddy? I can't do that. I literally can't do that. Okay, we've got our 2 skizzes. Let's go add... I'm going to have all the hermits in my skin archive before long. Oh, the next one is Tango. Since I only got 1 Tango head, we'll go ahead... Right. This might really confuse Tango. However, Tango doesn't have the same mod as me. I'll say welcome back. I don't think Tango uses that mod. But that would be hilarious if he noticed. Like, why have you got my head on? Have you seen the movie Lee? Very similar concept to war, but based on real life. Now, a character in Civil War is called Lee, or at least they mention one, right? Like a photographer called Lee. So I will put this down as well on my notes. So maybe they're like interconnected somewhat. I'm now noticing that my skin my rat skin has disappeared from the menu. And now I can't select a cape. What is going on with the launcher these days, right? No cape. Why are capes not available? I'm going to relaunch this thing. It's broken somehow. Did you see Everywhere, Everyone, All at Once? I did, and I was thoroughly disappointed with that movie. I thought I would love it, and I think if I were like a teenager and it was my first time watching a movie like that, I probably would love it. But as someone who's watched a lot of movies that go into that territory, it didn't get me. I didn't get it. Like when cinema sort of goes into those fantastical places, they're really good when you have like, at least for me, they're really good when you haven't experienced that before. It's like a new stone, but then like that you've unearthed, you know? You've turned over a stone and found something interesting, but like it doesn't go much further than that a lot of the time. Once you've seen like at least for me, a handful of those sorts of movies, they tend to like lose their power. That was kind of my experience of it. Yeah, where is my tunnel rat skin? X-rat, there it is. Got to fix up my skin. Right, I should be good to relog now. Right, we got the all the stuff's back on my screen. I can say thanks to P256A for 10 months and Titanja for 9 months with the Prime, which is a Twitch baby. Thank you so much, my dude. Really appreciate it. Swiss Army Man. I've seen that movie. I really enjoyed that one. That was a bizarro movie that was a lot of fun. I really think Harry Potter is like such an amazing actor. I think like people like I literally refer to him as Harry Potter because I think to a lot of people he'll always just be Harry Potter, whereas actually I think he's like a proper decent actor, you know. Because some people they just get like they get hitched to a role sometimes, right? Like they just get known for that one thing. Daniel Radcliffe, that's his name. I wasn't even trying to think of his name as it goes. I just thought Harry Potter, that'll do. Didn't even think. Yo, little Spagbo in the chat. He's definitely grown past that. We're tired of Harry Potter. Well, considering the Harry Potter movies have concluded, like, I wouldn't say I'm tired of them. They're now just classics, right? We did all know who you were talking about, so it makes sense. I just find it fun to call him Harry Potter. Like, whatever movie it is, I'm like, oh, there's Harry Potter. It's just a way for me to amuse myself. Don't take it seriously. Harry Potter is an actor. That's the joke. Just call him Harry Potter. M. Dooney, thank you so much for 2 months, my dude. Thanks for subscribing. Hope you're having a good Saturday evening. Yeah, let's drop off these heads. Like, maybe in a box, because we're running out of space there. Oh, let's go put Tango's head on. Let's put the legit Tango over here. Legit Tango time. Yes! I didn't need to faff. When I took off ZF's head the other day, I had to faff about. And that you don't want to faff about with that one. It's a pain. So, you saw we looked at this with Tango earlier. Let me give you the quick summary, right? We got 5 armor stands there displaying some big cards and then a beef one below it. Very clean. This came together really well. The alter ego cards just slick. Here's where we're going to put EFO, by the way. And I put down these rockets because I think EFO's got the rocket shop. But I couldn't think of a way to better represent EFO, right? So, like, we could put shulker boxes behind here. But I think it's more about what we do with the armor stands. So I like the idea of having a flying EFO. But whenever a character is outstretching their arms, you want to see the arms for it to make sense. And when you do that, you then can't rotate the body in a way where the body would be like in this plane. It's always fixed to this vertical plane. EFO riding the shop might actually be possible. I will think on that. Or maybe just riding a giant... Oh, I thought about doing a cheeky one where he's got a rocket coming at his backside. As if like he's taking off on a rocket. But I think riding a rocket might be a lot more appropriate. So I'm glad that you're here to protect me from myself, chat, because sometimes my ideas are not that good. Not that good. If he's riding one, his legs will need to be like a bit wider out. So I think that's supposed to get started on. Chat, you are here to save me from myself. That is what I'm trying to say. From my own stupidity. So if I leave him like that, and then we get a rocket that he's riding on, I might be able to make that work. It might still look a little bit dodge, but I think dodge is okay. Right, so Zedaf, is that sheep looking at me? Little tribute. I thought about trying to make little sheep models, but I don't want to put a crazy amount of armor stands in here. And like, I've spent so much time on this project that I'm kind of looking for simpler solutions now. So over here, I even used some item frames. We just got false with the bucket and the briefcase with the drips. Pretty cool. So I powered through and put those ones in. And then I think the only other one I did was Joe's, actually. So for Joe, I went and brought a trident so that we have a giant one at the back here as part of the aesthetic. So, you know, some of these will be pretty fantastical. Others not so much. But when it's all complete, it's going to be fantastic. Is kind of the idea. And I think we're on the path to making it fantastic, right? So as we get closer to finishing this project, I am also getting close to finishing Loglands. In fact, I think today I might have just finished everything that needs to be done underground. So the tour episode is on the way. And then I've just got to do the outside of Loglands. And after that, like, I don't really have any other projects that are unfinished. So I might be able to turn my attention to starting something new real soon. Which is super, super exciting. How are we looking over here? I really want to get my camera account on because I've had this thing break on me many times lately. And I put some ender pearl chunk loaders in there in like a grid, and it didn't stop it from breaking again. So, yeah, I try and just leave the camera count on. So earlier today, I cleaned up all of this. All right. So that's done. That thing over there, that's now got a roof on top of it. And I think there were like 1 or 2 spots where I tidied some small... Oh, yeah, like this over here. So this wasn't here before, but now there's a path that brings you down into this spot. All right. So little things like that. And then the last one that I did is just up here. This has been opened up because I've been digging for a farm. Like digging out a big space. So we go up here. And the last bit is... this. I just put in some blackstone behind the windows. And I'd consider that finished. So, Loglands is kind of finished. But actually, I just remembered on my list today of things to do, there is essentially something else that I want to do. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of each type of woods. Oh, I should really do all the woods in here, actually, now that I think about it. 2, 3. Like, we've got the nether woods. What else have we automated? Bamboo. I think it's nether woods and bamboo and mangrove, yeah. A touch more light would be nice, but I'm still on the old light level spawners. Yeah, maybe it is a little gloomy, but I'm quite happy with how it's turned out, so I'm not going to worry about that. Pale, I don't actually have a farm for pale yet, so until I do, we won't be picking these out. The Loglands, it wasn't too long ago that it just looked like a crazy redstone basement. And now, as of the result of placing probably thousands upon thousands of blocks, it now looks pretty damn awesome, if you ask me. Let's go get some of that raw bamboo. Okay, there's something else that I'm going to need, which is rails, I think. Howdy X, can you at some point do a tour of Loglands? It's expanded so much it's hard to know where you are making everything where. Yeah, that's going to be my next episode, will be a tour of Loglands. I was kind of like getting around to that as I was rambling about all I've been up to. I've been pushing because it's really close to being finished. And so my next episode is going to have a few different bits and bobs in it, but the majority of it will be about Loglands. So over here, I think on this one, since we're next to the nether woods and the mangrove, we'll do that over here. I just want to put some like really simple log piles in. Let's go for a longer one here. And then we're going to put mangrove in this area as well. I wonder if we could bundle them up in a different way at all. Not sure that we can. Feels about right to me. Oh, it's okay. I think it needs to be a little bit longer than that, doesn't it? As does this one here. Let's just... Ah! Oh. How am I going to avoid that, eh? I'm probably not. They're probably always going to connect. That's a curious one, isn't it? Then they connect. Wow. I wonder if there's a way to do this. I've got a feeling there might be. Whoa, maybe not then. This might just be too tough a cookie to crack. We'll give it a try though, because I've got an idea at least. So, you're not going there. So I want to put 2 here. They want to be like that. So far so good. Wait, is this... Have I been building this around one in the wrong spot? I guess I kind of had. Oh well, we'll change it on this end then. Don't know how I got confused there. So we'll have those on that end. So now what it needs is one that goes... like, and connects there. Not quite. Maybe if you place that one first. Oh, it can be done. Can be done, peeps. Right, let's hope that no one comes and accidentally messes with that at any point ever. Because that absolutely works. Then over here, we also don't want to mess with any of this. I think with this one, we're going to make our lives easy and just put one on. And speaking of making our lives easy, it's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make your life rotten. Let's see if doing that one first helps. Oh. Oh, dear. Maybe the way I'm facing influences it? Like, why? Why would you do that? I can't think of a way. If that's going to do that, then I can't think of a way. Ladders on the bottom blocks would make it look more bundled. Oh, yeah. Okay. We use a couple of ladders then. Now that I've done that voodoo magic round the corner, I'm keeping it. Oh, we're out of ladders, are we? We're out of ladders. Well, this is a place where sticks are easy to come by as it goes. Because Minecraft, yeah. Why is this happening? Oh, yeah, it's Minecraft, right? By the way, I see we've got over 1,000 peeps tuned in. Thank you, everyone, for coming by and hanging out with me this evening. Be sure to put the 16th in your calendar. 8 days from now, on a Sunday, I'm going to be doing a retro tour of the old Hermitcraft seasons to celebrate being on Twitch for 10 years. 8 days to my 10-year streamiversary. And it'll be about this time of the day that I'll be live. I'll be going live at 6, which is an hour and 15 minutes ago. So if you want to make a mental note, thanks. And I hope to see you there, of course. Is there an official X Discord? Says Nix. Yep, and you're subscribed, so you can join that Discord. Wow, look at this inventory. Gosh. I don't know why I picked up 3 of each stack, but I clearly didn't think about it for very long. I was just like, give me more than enough. Give me more than enough. Right, so with that done, that's literally like the last little detail I wanted to put in here was just have some of those logs. And then it's the same with the one up top, which doesn't actually have a walkable entrance now that I think about it. You have to fly up here. You gotta fly, fly, fly. X, are you wearing a rat head? I am wearing a rat head. You've sussed me out. Okay, so there's 4 different types we're going to put in this room, which makes sense because it's a lot bigger. Maybe with the bamboo we'll stack that up different. I think there used to be some redstone that ran through here and I moved it and then just forgot to do this. Also, we got torches in here. I think we want to put lanterns or something. We got lanterns. This is a nice bright room, so I think it'll work. Or maybe not. Maybe get rid of that. What if we have just the light sources here in the middle? What will that look like? I think it's on the further away bit there. Right, that's all the torches out, and actually it looks really moody in here. I like that. Let's collect the torches too. What time zone will the start of the tour be? Well, just an hour and 15 minutes ago from now. So whatever that is in your time zone, that's a good way to figure it out, right? So yeah, we could have like a a bunch of oak or something through the middle, maybe a couple on that side. Then over here, I don't know that I'll have something to put around. I could actually put some ladders around it, but over here we could have the bamboo kind of set up differently, or like on its side like that, but it just comes in cubes for some reason. That way it's then just a little bit different and might catch your eye because of that. Let's have the next cube facing this way. X, what do you think of the mod that Impulse uses that automatically pulls the block you middle click from shulkers at your inventory, so you have a single stack in your inventory and the rest in the shulker? That is the mods that I developed with TR7. The item swapper mod, right? That's it's my design. Free high standing up with a sign around the middle could look like it's tied up. Hey, that's the life of Ollie. Or the life of L even. That's, I could even do it. Wait, did you say you said 3 high standing up? Yeah, that we could do. Daredevil, thank you ever so much for the cheers and the biddies. Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it. I guess we've got to go get some bamboo signs, right? This is going to look cool, I think. I kind of like the idea of leaving those there as well. Just, I don't know, something about the way that's arranged at the moment looks right to me. Daredevil says, thank you for making the last season's world for Bedrock console. I know it must have been a lot of extra work. Not too much extra work, but happy to do it, happy to do it. You know, I had a hand in making it happen, but I didn't have to do a crazy amount. My ender chest is up top. Brooksy96 here for 83. Ah, missed. That's what I get for looking at the other screen. Brooksy for 83. Would you ever bring back Hermits Helping Hermits? And are there any live stream weekends coming up? Yeah, there is. There's a IRL Hermit live stream coming up. Go to the Hermitcraft Twitter. It's the pinned tweet. Have a little read. Have a little read. Yeah, very big event coming up. I don't want to get the date wrong, but I believe it's like the second weekend of April, or maybe... Here's someone who'll know. Scar will be able to tell us. Let's not put in the ones that we're about to build with. Let's put in the ones that we're done with. Uh-oh. I don't have the... Okay, April 12th and 13th. There we go, there we go. I'm super looking forward to it because it was such an amazing event last time. I'm going to stream at some point in order to get y'all over there. Like, I don't want to be involved in a way that like takes away from what they're doing. I want to, you know, maybe stream in the morning because I can do morning streams so that we can bring, you know, get people ready, like a bit of a pre-event stream or something, right? And then I'm gonna be around on the Hermitcraft server to like help out, do what I can, and whatnot for the event. But while they're doing their thing, I think it's unlikely I'm going to be streaming. But I'll be a part of it in some capacity. See, look at how I lined that up, right? Look at how I lined that up. What does Scar say in chat, by the way? That's it, yeah, that is it. Oh! Yo, something woke up the flying machine. What? Why did that just start again? This thing... What? This thing had stopped flying at some point. So the redstone... wait, no, I don't think even the redstone was running because we would have heard the minecarts. I do not know how that just decided to start going again. How peculiar. How very peculiar. What is the longest tree? I think spruce. Oh, if you put 4 spruce together, it would probably look about right. Because you get those 4x4 trees, right? So I'm gonna make it really big. This will just naturally make sense to see it this size, right? Then it comes over into this space a little. It sensed the bamboo blocks. Yeah, it's like, oh, you're using them again. Let's just get you some more. Let's get you some more. Brooksy, hopefully I answered your question. I mean, I answered a part of it. So I feel like sometimes stuff just has like a time and a place, right? And as much as everyone involved love hermits helping hermits and doing live stream weekends, I feel like the energy for that has just kind of passed on. Like we've done a lot of them. We could keep doing them, but it never quite muster the enthusiasm for it. So I think what we should probably be doing is being in search of like the thing that's next after that, you know, like what would come after that. I don't know what that is, but I know that it's unlikely that those things are going to happen again. Ghost in the machine, the ghost of Hermitcraft, yeah. Right, then let's do some small ones here like we did in the other area. Let's make this one 6 instead of 5, actually. I can't believe we're almost done. When this is finished, what we're doing right here, like, Loglands is effectively finished. Obviously, I'll put more farms into it with time, but it's now, like, its aesthetic facade, its aesthetic front that it has, whatever words we want to use, like, that's set in stone. This is what it looks like now when you dip into here. Alright, with this one we're going to put them there and there. That's it. That's it. That's all I need. That's all I need in this life. And that means yet another chest for the chest monster. I thought this thing was massive. I thought, this is crazy. But then we keep finding a way to do another project and put another monster in there. Because as I've been tidying up the last bits here, time and time again, another little box makes its way down into that space. You'd love to sort out my stuff, but I'm not a hermit. Hey, I love to sort out my stuff. This is all getting sorted. This is just part of a big experiment. It's like, I'm going to actually let the shulker boxes for the entirety of this project accumulate. And then run it all through the sorter and see what happens. You know? But there you go. Wow. Like, I even tidied up down here. I added a pale oak pillar thing to get up into that space. This room, by the way, got done earlier today. Right? It's got its own little up and down elevator and a little pathway through here. There are so many little areas that I've now just gone and finished off. Like, this here is a bit rough, but what do you do? With it being like the end of a... Yo, what the heck? How did that thing start itself and stop itself? Are you kidding me? The torch got burned out. How is that torch off right now? Oh! Oh, no. Oh my god, I'm such a dingus dongus. Oh! It's literally my own redstone system working correctly. Oh! Defeated myself. It's because I took blocks out of here that the farm started up again. Because it's got a detection system for that, and I forgot. What a buffoon. Ah, what an idiot. God. What the heck? No! Something weird just happened. I don't know what the heck is that. Why? Why did that just happen? What? Why? And the timing as well. The timing. What the heck? Wait, there's a button for this, I'm sure of it. Oh god, there it is. I found the button. I must have accidentally pressed it. It's the dramatic zoom button. The turpage accumulates, says Callie. It does, it accumulates. Oh boy, does it accumulate. Right, with that done, let me check my list of things to do, because I think now we get to do the bacon? Let's call it the bacon thing. Because we like to confuse people that don't know what we're talking about. Oh, what is this here? I've written stuff in... Have I written stuff in the wrong place? Kind of have. Kinda. Alright, that's done. Okay, so on my list is like netherite mining, but I think I'm going to do that off camera at some point. When I want to do an off camera grind. So yeah, there's very little left on my like to-do lists. But the next thing that we're going to do for Jevin, and I wanted to meet up with Jevin, but that hasn't happened, and now I think he's been exiled, so I'm probably just going to crack on with this project anyway. Oh, and ironically, it has something to do with this. Now this, that's going to be okay. There's room to work here with here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create like a redstone beacon system where Jevin can turn off my beacons and I can turn them back on. Now, Jevin could also turn them on and I could turn them off. That should be a kind of straightforward thing to do, I think. I'm hoping, though, that we have some brain smarts people in our chat, and I think Cybot is here. Cybot would know... Will there be a non-wing friendly exit out of Loglands? That is actually something I'd thought about making quite a few times, and hadn't figured out where I wanted to put that connection, but I probably should, right? Yeah, so Jevin is exiled, according to chat. And now I've kind of lost my train of thought a little bit, talking about multiple things all the time. Oh yeah, Cybot says just 2 levers with an XOR gate. Yeah, I know the logic for it is not going to be too tricky. I probably wouldn't describe it as an XOR gate because I can do some gates, but other gates they get my brain a bit kerfuffled. The question that I wanted to know was about running redstone into a chunk to load it, because I had this thought of like, can we create like a chain reaction where wherever you activate this thing from and it sends a signal to this central place, if we can chunk align the paths and send redstone into a chunk to kind of load it, because I'm vaguely aware of something like that, and I'll show you what's in my head when we get a little closer to it. But right now, we just murdering Enderman over here. We murdering tall fellas. Jevin is out there glamping. Is that camping but glam? Like posh camping or something? I feel like I've heard that term before. You might be able to push an ender pearl into an adjacent chunk to load them in a chain. That I do not want to do because that'll keep it loaded. Which also the redstone might, I'm not sure, but I'm vaguely aware that like pointing redstone into a chunk kind of loads it in a particular way. It's camping for people who do not really want to camp. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like in a way. You think just a normal redstone signal doesn't load chunks? I remember, I'm sure there was a point in time when it did. But maybe not anymore. And this knowledge of this could really quite help with picking the layout, but we've still got some basic digging to do. That's why I went and repaired my pick. R.I.P. Jevin, giving out Christmas presents to all hermits, and the law demanded that he gets exiled. That's just the way things happen sometimes, isn't it? I'm gonna sit down now. I've had a pretty exhaustive day, so my body wants some rest. Ages back, hoppers used to load chunks they pointed into. Yes, I remember that. I remember that one. Life is unfair sometimes. Hey, life is unfair all the time. There is no such thing as true fairness or equality. It is something that we strive for, while Mother Nature pulls it away from us. Does the bouncing of an ender pearl in a water elevator now make a chunk load? It does, yep. I could place nether portals every chunk and throw items. Oh, I'm definitely not doing that. We've got the mail system. That won't work. Jevin has the best lore now this season. It makes for a good story. He does have great lore, yeah. Life is fair because it's unfair to everyone. Some people see it that way. Some people see it that way. Alright, the mail. Yeah, the mail. The mail's a thing. So yeah, I'm gonna need some redstone that basically turns these off, right? That's what we'll do now. We'll dig together some connections. But then when it comes to chunk loading, we might end up wanting to redo some of that if the way I was thinking of doing it would work, but it almost sounds like that wouldn't work either. So what we have to do is like pick a height that avoids stuff, and I'm terrified that that might be deep slate level. However, right here is above deep slate, so we could run a connection from here to here and a connection from there to there. In fact, it's just this bit here that we can't do. So if we come above deep slate, yeah, I think I just flew in the direction to do that. Just not going through the pale oak bit. So we'll drop down here. I got a feeling it doesn't connect with the room I want to drop into. Nope, because we keep going down. But there should be a path back up out of here. Maybe one of the pearls gets pushed along with slime blocks then. Doesn't sound very feasible. Yeah, I mean, that also sounds like a suggestion. Like, would you want to build that just to find out it wouldn't work, right? Like, if you know of a technology that actually works, then I could look at it. But like, if you're suggesting, hey, try this thing, like that sounds like a lot of effort to find out it doesn't work or it's got a problem with it, right? Okay, so we're gonna go up. Kind of want to be above this floor here, basically. And I probably want a bunch of torches, right? And I've probably got a load of ender pearls. I got a load of ender pearls. There was some chests around here. I don't know if they got torches in. Nope. Sir X, who is to thank for those cool stream animations? They were made by the wonderful, the only, the legend, the Puka, who's a OG Season 1 Hermitcraft fan. You was assuming I'd test it in creative first anyway. Didn't expect you to go straight into building. I don't even know, like, what that would look like, so yeah. How far does the signal need to go? Maybe it's all in simulation distance. It needs to go... Oh, it needs to go far enough that I think we want to rely on chunk loading. Because there are multiple places this might get activated from. I could potentially try and figure out a central location, but I have a feeling that isn't going to pan out. Right, it looks like we're right underneath some water, which I guess I didn't really notice a moment ago. So this height here is the height that we want to be at. I don't know what that was. Let's go to the other one first. Oh, Redstone talk. Time to derp on the side and pretend you know what's going on. Yeah, the Redstone... I don't think the Redstone talk's going to lead anywhere today, because I'm going to have to do some research into chunk loading methods, and I'll probably find that it's no longer feasible with a redstone line. Because my thinking is if you could do it with redstone pointing into unloaded chunks, then that's kind of what we're doing anyway. We're like running signals. So 1 repeater and 15 redstone is 16, which is the size of a chunk, right? Oh, I need my shovel as well. Yo, Power Boss 2025, thank you for 2 months, my dude. Your 2 sub anniversary. That it is, that it is. And if you didn't know, you can use your sub to get onto the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. Head over to xisumavoid.com/get whitelisted. You can hook it up today. Yeah, let's grab a shovel as well. A shovel. Grab a shovel. Lazy loading, says Almond DSC. Yeah, see, that might be the sort of thing that it's useful, right? Like, I think, didn't lazy loading do some redstone functions? So it might be able to, like, run a signal and then move a piston and turn off the beacons, right? Does redstone solve IRL problems too? I think if you do redstone, it lets you think about things in a way that helps with problem solving. Especially for, like, engineering type stuff. What was that? Oh, do you know what? I never aligned this perfectly with that one. Ah, fair enough. In my mind, they were just going to be, like, perfectly aligned. I think what we'll do then is we'll go around the outside here. And go in that direction, the same sort of distance. And then later on, I'm probably going to end up expanding these tunnels, basically. Lazy loading will break certain things, says Nisaru Plays. Well, it depends on if those things are running, probably, right? Because if I've got farms that are running and then some lazy loaded stuff comes through, yeah, it might load them in a way that messes with them. It's a good point. It's a good point. Anyway, this is why research is required. I've got to figure this stuff out. Now, over on this side, we're at this height here, so we're like that. And now we're... Oh, wow. Oh, that might be bad. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I hear someone groaning at me, though. Hey, there we go. Have I played Satisfactory? I have, yes. Played it a lot with the full release coming out. But now that time is done. I got a feeling I might do a variety stream soon, just with Loglands here being essentially finished. I might find myself just messing around with some different games or something. I also brought a new game today. It was on sale. Just starting to play on my Steam Deck, maybe, when I'm traveling or whatever. Might stream that, I don't know, though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. No Man's Sky. No, I don't think I'm going to stream that again unless sponsored. Like, that's a... Like, there are games like that and Enshrouded that I would love to play on a regular basis. But... It's just not part of the ecosystem here, right? But when you get a sponsored stream to do that, that's fantastic. In fact, Enshrouded might be a variety game I do play because I like the building in it so much. And I would love to do a little bit more of that. You really liked my modded live series, says Kenzin Crafts. Yeah, I think I haven't played modded for long enough that I've got an itch for it again. It's like every so often you just start getting that modded Minecraft itch. It's about priorities, so fair enough, says Unity Blaster. It is, yeah. It is a profession, right? And you do have to make decisions that make sense, and No Man's Sky isn't like my first pick of something to play on stream, but it's definitely an amazing game. Am I going to play any D&D? Probably not. I'm not really interested in D&D. You think you can use a dropper-hopper combo on the chunk border to briefly load a chunk? Don't take my word on it. I'll do the research. I'll do the research at some point. Currently playing modded. Unfortunately, the 3 other people who are on my server rarely play because they got tired of it after a month. Yeah, it can be like that. It's hard to find people that want to play Minecraft long term, right? Maybe some between season streaming content. Well, I'll definitely have to come up with something between seasons, right? Modded is a good candidate for that. Am I out of those torches? I think I'm out. We got those. And we got these. Let's make some sticks. And then we'll grab some coal. That'll do, that'll do. LPM4 would also be a good idea. Yes, I do want to stream on LPM4, but like for the custom things, right? I'm never able to play 2 survival worlds at once. Something that I might be able to do is modded and vanilla, but even now I struggle to play in 2 Minecraft worlds at once, right? I did have fun though. I set myself a little challenge on there to build a starter house that I thought looked decent, but also to try and do it like complete early game without building a farm. That was a fun little experiment I did on there, and I think my starter house looks okay, but then it'll very quickly be surpassed by all its neighbors. We are getting close to it. It felt like those other 2 are much closer together. Probably because we started like at the middle. Ah! Okay, let's go ahead and put a torch down, and this is kind of exposed at this level, which I was aware of. I think we'll leave that there for now. I think we'll leave that there and go back to the other side. When you drop items through the end portal, in the end, do they travel to exile? Yeah, they'll go to the exile area. That is a keen observation. That's where they'll end up. I'm lucky to have a friend that has his own server in his house. We run a Minecraft server off of. So when my friends and I get into our Minecraft hyperfixations every few months, no one is losing money. That's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. I'm always so sad when people say they don't want to play on a server together and the promise it's long term, and then it's neglected by people in 4 weeks. I wish people were more honest. Sometimes it's okay to say you don't do long plays. I agree. I think there is a life lesson in there. I think it's always really important to communicate to the best of your ability how you feel. And if how you feel changes, to communicate that. And to not dilly-dally and avoid issues. And I think at the same time, you've got to be the person on the other end of that messaging. You've got to try and meet people halfway too, right? So what I'm saying is, there's like, how would you describe it? Just the way in which like average people communicate. There's way too much like tolerance or accepting of it or whatever the words are. Am I making sense, chat? I feel like I can't find the words to express it. It's just the way we are in this day and age that will accept and tolerate that kind of behavior from one another. But like I see it as something to try and solve from both sides. So like when I work with people collaboratively, I do often say if it suits the sort of thing that we're doing together. Like if you ever change your mind, if ever like something isn't right, communicate it. Just let's not ever let things just sit in the dark, you know? Because that's when they become a problem. So you kind of want to approach it from both sides. Try and be yourself when you start a server with your friends and you're like, and we're going to play on this for a year, right? You got to be more like, I want to play on this for a year. I want you to play on it for a year, but I need you to tell me exactly how you feel. If you don't want to play on it for a long time, just let me know. it'll be okay. Because then you can say, yeah, I do want to play with you for a couple of weeks, or you might be like, hey, I don't think that's going to work. Like, just more communication and meeting people where they are. It doesn't have to be about them wanting the exact same thing you do. It's not a problem when someone doesn't want the same things you do. The problems arise when we don't communicate that to one another. That's when it all gets a bit tricky, because then you have, you know, hurt feelings and such from a lack of... Wow, is this thing going to be like in line with the... I like the idea of it being in line with what's over there. Let's just take measure of the height. We're at 8. Setting expectations. That's another way you could word it, yeah. But before being a YouTuber, I didn't exactly have a lot of experience with communicating with people in a, I don't know, like a structured way, or an about something important we're doing way. I mean, I could look back at some of the work I'd done in the past and think, wow, like how much communication or lack of it really changes those sorts of things. But then, you know, I went through in the beginning, I'd say very casual communication with people I was working with in and around YouTube, including, you know, like my own community with the plot worlds and minigame servers and stuff like that. A lot of these ended up being big teaching lessons. And now I feel like I'm much better at working on projects with people and collaborating, but those were lessons that had to be learned, right? And you want to be able to pass that kind of thing on to other people. So when I'm saying about this like transparent way of communicating, it's because I've just lived through it and learned that it's so easy to get that kind of stuff wrong. Just because I think there's this like natural inclination to expect something of someone, and when your expectations aren't met, you feel disappointed, and it can lead you to feel like the other person is to blame, whereas, you know, a lot of the time it can be over stuff that's really quite petty. So a great example of that is like, you know, playing on a Minecraft server with your friends and it doesn't work out. You thought, you know, you're going to be playing on there for a long time. Like, it sounds really petty that you could be upset about it, but it all comes from just how we create expectations of other people in our mind, and then when those expectations aren't met, we get upset. And so if we just are able to realize and see that before it happens, we can better get along and communicate with one another and work in a way where we you know exactly where we stand, essentially. And then when things don't work out, it's not so much of a big deal. I think it's also super important when starting a Minecraft server together to establish what everyone wants from it. It's so chaotic when one person wants easy mode and the other person wants hard mode. Yep, you need to do that as well. And you also, I think you need to go into it with a spirit of, it's not about like getting what you want. It's about finding a good middle ground for everyone to be able to like agree upon, right? That's how we operate here on Hermitcraft. There's like, I want to play with keep inventory on, right? But I'm in a minority there, and I'm okay with that. I don't want to force it on other people if they're not comfortable with it. So we start with the vanilla game as it is, out of the box, you know, default settings, and from there talk our way through which things we're comfortable with changing and not. And that's how we've done it for a long time. And it's, you know, it's good communication. We understand each other, like play styles. You know, there's stuff that I want to do in the game, and immediately I'll think like, all right, Cub's the first person I got to ask about this, because Cub is like a vanilla purist, and we love him for that. Like, it's good to have pushback on your own ideas as well, right? And so I often come up with like crazy modded, almost modded stuff that you could do with data packs and that, and then other people have to like rein it in, and then we find the middle ground somewhere, right? But Cub is usually, I think barometer might be the term for my ideas. I'll just go to Cub first, and then I'll have a good idea of like, if Cub's cool with it, well, this might have some traction with the group then, you know? I think you would be amazing as a UX designer. You have a mindset for it, says Equinox. Thanks. I kind of feel like, although not having much experience with it, I kind of feel like there's quite a few things I've been involved with where I continuously look at things through, like the user's experience of it. I'm like the armor stand mods that I've been helping with. You've got the item swapper mod, right? Some projects that I'm working on in the background that I can't tell you what they are. I've had this kind of role, and I feel like I'm doing an okay job. But also, one of my unrealized ideas that's now been overtaken by Axiom, I was quite keen to find a modder to work with to create a user interface for World Edit, and I kind of thought through some quite clever, what I thought were clever ideas on how to make that happen. And that's like user interface design, right? So I find it interesting you say that, because I feel like wherever I encounter this, it feels like something I enjoy doing, and hopefully I'm like decent at in some capacity. And Doc wants to dupe Sand, says King Perry, and he's the only one that does. I'm not sure that's true, actually. There might be some others that are cool with it, but definitely, you know, through our discussions, enough of us disagree that consensus is the rule is no duping of anything except for TNT dupers, I believe. And there are some people who are really against TNT dupers, right? Fortunately for me, as someone who uses them, they've just kind of been like accepted by the broader community in a way. And it feels like until, you know, and Mojang have said that they're going to address it at some point. So like, until they do, I think we're kind of good on that front. But you know, next season of Hermitcraft, I might set myself a challenge not to do anything with TNT duping, but unless it's a hard rule, I think I might find that one hard to keep, because there'll be something that comes along and it's like, well, this will be a massive pain if I don't use the TNT duper. We're out of beacon range, but I think now we're on the correct path. We're just going to go in a straight line here. Yeah, Tango doesn't feel so great about TNT dupe stuff, but Cub helped him getting some deep slate. Yeah, and that's another cool way to deal with it, right? Like, just help each other. Wait a minute, isn't Cub using a TNT dupe machine to get deep slate? Is that how it happened? Mojang will implement a better way to farm. Yeah, I hope so, I hope so. They will address it at some point, aka never. He's still waiting for the PvP update. Yeah, the PvP update has given them a bit of a bad rap, but, you know, they've definitely said a fair few many times they're going to do this thing, they're going to do that thing, and it takes them forever. It's really a good lesson in why. What's this? There's a statement for this. Under promise and over deliver, I believe. Essentially saying, you know, don't tell everyone what your plans are and let them enjoy it when they come along. Which is something I've had to do. Like Tunnel Rats. I had to hold my tongue about working on Tunnel Rats for like over a year, right? I don't want to get people's expectations up about me making some little mini game. I just want it to be what it is, you know, let people experience it when it comes out. Because I would get way too excited, bigging it up, talking about it all the time, and then when it comes out, if it's like not a game that's for you, and then you'd be like, eh. It's like, hey, just don't say anything and let people enjoy it for what it is when it comes out. Which is true of a couple of other projects I'm working on in the background. But that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. It's why you hate watching movie trailers. By definition, they overpromise. I don't like watching movie trailers because I just kind of want to go into a movie. Like, I don't know, I don't mind seeing a little bit or knowing something, like a rough idea or whatever. But why do I not watch trailers? I just feel like I'll enjoy a movie more if I don't know it. Right? Like if it's just one big surprise. Even when, let's say it's like a, I don't know, a franchise movie or part of a series, right? I kind of just want to go in like not knowing what to expect and enjoy whatever unravels. I can't really think of trailers that I've watched recently or even in the past because I don't really watch them. I will watch like a movie review that's like a non-spoiler one and try and just get like a feeling for like, okay, am I going to enjoy this based on what they saying? And if I get to a point where I feel like the answer is yes, I just stop watching. I want to know as little as possible. But if I'm gathering some information to find out if I may or may not enjoy this thing, you know, then, you know, you've got to find out a little something. But otherwise, I don't want to know anything. The only trailers you watch are the ones that are forced on you while in the sitting in the theater. I tend to zone out a little bit when they come on. I tend to just like look at my feet, or try not to like watch too much. You like to read the pilot before watching the movie? I'll do that. I will look it up on International Movie Database, get a little bit of a feel, maybe read someone's comments, but like I avoid the trailers most of the time. Speaking in trailers of hype, you were very excited for Lady Gaga's new album since I liked how the first singles were musically, but sadly didn't like the result. I think I heard a few of those songs, but I didn't listen to the album, that's for sure. I mean, songs like Poker Face and those original ones when she first rose to notoriety, just such incredible songs, but then over the years I've never heard something like that quite hits her the same way, and so I haven't really kept up at all. Oh, Abracadabra. Oh yeah, no, I didn't like that one that much. I can't recall why. Is it literally a cover of Abracadabra, right? Or am I confusing that with that Eminem song? Anyway, I remember hearing it and just not being that keen on it. There's nothing like unreleased songs from 2008, 2009. They were so good. Houdini by Eminem was Abracadabra. Yeah, that's right. Are you a fan of rap songs? Yeah, I love hip-hop. 90s hip-hop is my jam. I love the 80s golden era too. You know, I've really been scraping the barrel on hip-hop lately, trying to find some like stuff from the 90s that gives you those vibes. But I feel like at this point, I've kind of heard it all. I can't seem to find anything new. And I was listening to this record by an artist called Curious, and I almost wrote a blog post on it. But these days, I kind of want to write about music when it really comes to me, instead of just like cataloging every little thing that you cross paths with. Because this record was like, it's got a bit of that classic 90s vibe to it, but unless I listen to that record at the time, it's never really going to have much of an impact on me. So I ended up passing on it. But yeah, I do love the 90s hip hop. Abracadabra makes you think of the Steve Miller Band. Are they the guys that did the original Abracadabra song? They might be. You believe so? Your dad listened to it a lot. It probably is the Steve Miller Band. Can you imagine if somehow I got turned around and we're actually like going in the wrong direction? I don't think we are, because the beacon effect just came back, but that would be hilarious. That'd be like the most me thing ever to do, wouldn't it? Some of y'all are saying diamonds? Diamonds! Oh, diamonds! Oh my god, Minecraft diamonds! Oh! Yo, let's all get really excited about that block. Woo! Yeesh, diamonds! Oh my god. I'm gonna call my mum and tell her. I found diamonds, mum! Jeez. So exciting. So exciting. Throw them in a portal. Jevin needs them. What? Do you mean in the end portal? Throwing them in the end portal makes sense. That'd be quite funny, actually, to take trips to the end and then, like, send supplies to the exile area. It's totally a thing we could do. Could set up a shop or a service for it. I expected you to mine them without picking them up. You changed, X, says Callie. You haven't given me enough time. You're impatient. That's what's changed. You've become impatient. I was going to finish the tunnel first, but dang. Let's see how it really is. Just losing pace. It's that TikTok. You've been on the bleep loop again, haven't you? I was listening to a band's song of theirs came on shuffle, and they were interesting because they kind of sounded a little bit like Naughty's deathcore, hardcore, but kind of modern. Not a lot about it felt like original or anything, but then I noticed that the way they like do their riffs, they chop it up pretty fast. And I was just wondering, is this like a TikTok generation thing with like the short attention spans where now these bands are just like churning through riffs a bit more because they wouldn't have done that years ago. Like the riffs would have cycled over a little bit more. I anticipate that happening in music. I anticipate that like the verses and the choruses are going to get shorter and that we're going to need to like churn through riffs quicker. I anticipate it coming. Look at that. We've done it. We've done it, peeps. So, that is a path for all the beacons. Which band was it? I can't remember. I can't remember the name. Oh yeah, now all the songs have no bridge anymore and last 2 minutes 50. I mean, for a long time they've been like 2:30, 3 minutes on the radio. That's not a new phenomenon. But this is like, you know, when you listen to metal, as much as I have, like, riffs become a bit more like formulaic. If you're new to something, oh my god, this band are amazing. Have you heard those riffs? If you're old like me, you're like, no, that's Slayer. No, that's Metallica. No, that sounds like Pantera. Like, you know so much more about it. You hear where all the influences are coming from. So I listen to this band, and it's like nothing's new on it. It's just like I've heard all this before, but it's more like they're taking those riffs that you heard in the noughties, and they're chopping them up, and they're putting twice as many into one song. That kind of thing. So like where you got the beatdown lasts half as long and goes into a second beatdown. Like, it's quite interesting, and it got me thinking: is this like a shorter attention span thing, or are these guys just, you know, that's just how they want to do it? They want to chop and churn through the riffs. Yeah, I find sections of songs I like now, but hard to find the bit, says Lil Spagbowl. The bit. I just had a thought about the redstone stuff. Kinda had a half thought, actually. This may not work. If you have like a central source of redstone that goes through chunks, what happens to its state? Okay, my brain's starting to tick with some ideas now. I think... Oh, no, this... Okay, the idea that I got would probably break. Let's grab some redstone components. What am I thinking of here? So, like, you run a redstone line, and it goes through a bunch of chunks. So let's just imagine right now that each piece of redstone is a chunk. So we've got the power source here, right? This over here is unloaded, so nothing's happening. You move across. Now, when the power source is unloaded, what happens to the redstone line? Does it do that, or does it stay on? That's kind of what I'm thinking. We could possibly experiment it. We should experiment it not on survival, because that's just slow. Let's go to the redstone server and use world edit. Right, it's red. There's magical stuff in there for a video. Where am I? I need to make a pillar. Let's get gold blocks, because I'll see that and I'll be like, oh, gold! It's the golden pillar. Let's go like 40. Right, I'll look for the golden pillar later and then I'll know. Oh no, I might confuse it with this pillar, which I know what that is. That is for mangrove testing stuff. Okay, let's get the chunks out. Get your chunks out! Jeez, that sounds rude. How do I want to do it? Maybe we like set up a little two-way test here. Yeah, we're gonna set up like a two-way test for this. Let's go ahead and put this on like terracotta. And let's also head to like the middle of the chunk, just because. No, we're gonna need more space than that. Let's go stack 15. Uh-huh. Whoops. Okay, then we'll do the same thing here, except we're going to stack that by 14. Okay, repeat it here, repeat it there. Is that the way I want to do it? I don't think it is. Actually, no, I think for some reason I feel like I want the repeater to point into the chunk that it's going to. Which it's now doing. Alright, so then the next thing we do... let's say we stack that like 14. Let's go 15. So we know it's going to be like 16 chunks of redstone, right? That is quite intense. That is quite intense right there. I don't know what the render distance is here, but we'll find out, I guess. Right, it goes as far as here, yeah. So now when I go out a little bit further, it's going to load more and then it's going to do its thing. But I think what we might see is that as I get away, we might lose power. But we don't seem to be losing power. Now when I reach the end of this, we should definitely lose power if that's the way it works, right? So now let's go back. See, I've got the Bobby mod on, so the Bobby mod might be remembering that it was powered, but, like, that's now unloaded, and this thinks it's powered. Add a row of lamps that are powered by the redstone going through the chunks. I don't think we need to, because the lamp just says, like, on or off, and so does the redstone, so... So if it works like this, what I'm thinking is... Like, we got the base here, and then we got, like, the 4 beacons over here, or whatever. Right, our redstone line sort of goes like this. Now, if the source, wherever that is... I've got a feeling it's going to be underneath Jevon's base, right? Let's go ahead and make room for Jevon's base. Jevon's base is a diamond block. So, let's also put a lever there. So, there's like this beacons on, beacons off bit, right? I'm also considering that I have one in Loglands and I have one in my base and they connect to this one here, but let's forget about that. So if this is on, then as you fly and load stuff, that redstone signal, in theory, comes all the way over to the furthest bit away. For your imagination, just think further away like this. Then if you go and turn this off, it's going to need to be updated. So when you fly around again, eventually you load that and it turns off. So if this is off at the moment, when I fly this way... Wait, did I leave it on? I left it on, didn't I? The thing is, though... Okay, we're doing another test now. So if I turn this off, when I reach the end, it should be off all the way around. So I think this kind of behaves the way I want it to. The redstone line goes to all the beacons one by one. And then if you've turned it on or off at this central point, if a beacon's still on in the distance, you just have to fly to it, right? What do you think, chat? It kind of feels like that's not a bad system, that you just travel there. Like, you don't need the chunk loading bit, right? Now, the bit that we need to create, I think, and this is where I would be smart to make sure that all of what I'm about to show you is in, maybe not all of it, but okay, I think I wanted a button. But like, if you're at this location, this one, or this one, the middle one is loaded. So if I can get the distance right between these three spots, if I press a button here and that middle bit is loaded, thumbs up, we're good. Because what we're going to do, and I think this is incredibly simple, I think we just want some sort of like T flip-flop thing. So, yeah, like that. Now, on the Hermitcraft server, there'll probably be a lot more wires and stuff. That's fine. Okay, so if that line's on or off, then the beacons are on or off. So then every input at each station is just a toggle. What we might also want to do is synchronize this. There's definitely a way to do this that will, like, if we build this in survival on the server, we want to kind of do it in an elegant way. But I'm going to do it like this. Here, it won't look elegant because now I'm digging down into the ground. What I'm getting at, though, is that the signal can be pulled from either side, right, and go off to different directions. So one of them will go over to our beacons. But I think we also want to have an indicator light at each of these places. So you need like a feedback line that comes to a lamp. Let's go put some repeaters under here so the buttons don't power this. Yeah, so we probably... we might use that, I don't know. Oh, the middle one's not on. So, beacons on, beacons off. So, these 3 diamonds will be one at my base, one at Jevin's, one at Loglands. The idea is that that central spot is always loaded. Then whatever status the beacons are turned to, when you fly like over to this area, it should load all the redstone and then it retains that signal if it's on or not, if that bit gets unloaded. But that is based on this experiment where we put the repeaters at the chunk borders, so I think we should do an experiment without that. In which case I'm going to do this. Let's go, yeah, stack 15, was it? I don't know. Nobody here is stupid. We're here watching a stream on Redstone. You feel smart now. Yeah, hopefully you do. Like, all of this, though, it's just experimentation, right? Anyone can experiment and learn this stuff. So now we might see the redstone turn off when the torch gets unloaded, but I don't think we will. However, it might literally be because the repeater points in that it works. Now, it kind of looks like it will just remember what state the redstone in the neighboring chunk was. That must be how it works. The T flip-flop design might not work with your idea of go to the beacons that aren't switched yet. Why not, Callie? It's the same principle. You have a signal that's on or off, and that indicates the status of what the beacon will be. So when it's all hooked up, so if this is off at the beacon, we will have an inversion. So we will have this pushing out over the beacon. And then when you turn the beacons on, that will get pulled back. So when you fly over, this is going to update. So if we fly over into that chunk, then it becomes unpowered and this happens. If we fly back over to those chunks, it remembers that it's powered and that will happen. Friendly Little Pants says, I'm so lost right now, this is great. Is it that difficult to understand? I feel like this is really straightforward. Okay, alright. Well, I am very comfortable with this. This, to me, is very actionable. So, if you disagree, tell me what exactly it is you think is wrong with this, because it strikes me as being just fine. When you fly over to the beacon, it will remember the state of the redstone line. You enjoy the science? I enjoy doing a bit of science here as well. I am lost how the beacons can swap without flying over. Because... Didn't I break the redstone at the back there? Okay, let me double check that I did, because this experiment is confusing me. Perhaps. No, we verified that it will keep its power. Okay, so like... The redstone torch here is at the back. But it wasn't loaded. Yeah? That redstone torch will not be loaded when we go over here. So because it doesn't... Maybe... Like, if I change the status from here of the beacons and then fly up that way, the redstone holds the status. So as long as the place you turn it on and off from loads this, the redstone that it's pointing into in other chunks is going to have the right signal strength stored on it. So if it's powered here, which it will be when you press this button to change it, your journey towards the beacons will load the redstone and it will know that it's powered even when that becomes unloaded. Only if you fly the path of the redstone though. So if I fly in the other direction, then I'm already away from the beacons, so the beacons aren't affecting me. If someone then flies in from this direction, they're going to load the chunks and the redstone is going to update to the correct signal. Yeah? How do you swap the state here if you don't load the target chunks? Well, we do. We do. That's the point. Like, if you're here, you have to load this middle bit. That's the way I'll set it up. If you're at either one of these spots, you load the middle one. Then it stores the state of the redstone in the redstone line. So this can turn off the beacons remotely without ever leaving the area. You can leave the area if you want to, but like, it's a place to change the status of the beacons. Yeah, it kept its power, but the endpoint only got its power because you loaded the chunks one by one. And then the torch was still there. If you break the torch, then travel, it won't ever turn on. If I break the torch... No, it does. Look. We just did all this. If I go break the torch, it'll update. I mean, it's much easier to demonstrate with the torch on because, like, it's like, you know, it's off by default. So if we go look here, look, that's where it's loaded. It thinks it's on. Yeah? So now when I head this way and I get back there, it'll update it. It'll work the same way in reverse. It works the same both ways. So, you know, if you're traveling around this area, you will load the redstone, and because it can pass on the on signal, we'd almost expect that if it were on here and these chunks were unloaded, this would be off. But no, it'll load them. You're trying to think of a better way of explaining to formulate it better. Okay. I've been looking for a bit. If you would toggle it and then fly off in the other direction, make a huge turn and flying at the beacons from the other side, it won't turn on, right? Yeah. If you went like in the roundabout way of like this, and then came here, it wouldn't. But by the time, like, unless you're gonna lurk around the end of the beacons, yeah, they might not have the right state. But you got to think about like primarily it's Jevin using it here in the middle, and then going from the middle somewhere. So I think it's very unlikely that it'll be an issue. Now, if your I don't know, smallish beans is like over here, and you fly in and the beacons are on but they're supposed to be off, you know, it's not really going to affect Joel, is it? It's Jevin. So when Jevin logs in and moves around, it'll update them. I think it's fine. Let's say you use a button to switch the beacons. That wouldn't work. If you use a lever to switch them, fly there and back, and only then turn the lever off, that would indeed work. Why can't I not use a button? It's just signal control. That's just the same as me flicking a lever, right? The reason that we use buttons is so that the job of a lever is done in a way where any one of the buttons can go to it. I don't... Unless you're saying that when I do this, the beacons don't change, that's fine. Because you got to go from here over to where the beacons are. So once the beacons... Like... It's not about the beacons immediately changing. It's about when you go to the beacons, they will change because this holds the state of the redstone. I'm very comfortable with this, and I do not see a flaw with it there. A button sends a pulse. By the time you fly over, the pulse has disappeared. I understand correctly, says Maddie. You got it. Yeah, that's another good point. If you use a button, we're using a steady state. You know, we're not using a button's pulse to change the beacon. We're using it to control this bit right here. A button would mean that the line is unpowered while you are flying there, so the flip-flops won't change states. Why would the flip-flop... Look, it changes state. It will be fine. I don't get it. A button sends... Okay, so you're saying Maddie got it. A button sends a pulse. By the time you fly over, the pulse has disappeared. Yeah, but we're not sending the pulse... Like, the buttons aren't going to the beacon. The button is controlling this bit here. So, it's about creating a steady state here, which we just tested works through unloaded chunks. So that means that you can change the state of a beacon that isn't loaded in the world, fly over there, and it will update it based on the line of redstone. I give up. It works. In theory. I mean, in tested theory. So I'm happy with that. But if that isn't loaded, the signal never gets there, says Matty. But it is loaded. Like, you can't change that without it being loaded. Do your experimental setup with a button and not a torch, you will see what I mean. Do you mean... Oh. I think we're talking past each other a bit here. Wait, I went to the wrong server. Are you talking about doing the test on the right-hand side with the button? This bit here? Yes. Why would I do that with a button? I think this is misleading. We're not doing buttons. We're doing a constant state. This is my redstone torch that I tested over there. That goes to the beacon, right? I am not... The button is something different. I am not trying to power the beacons with a button. The button is just part of the signal flow. The buttons here are for us to control the T flip-flop. So whichever one of these activates the T flip-flop, we are then using the state of those redstone lines to manipulate the beacons, right? This changes the T flip-flop, and the T flip-flop goes to the beacon. If I do the button experiment here, then yeah, it'll turn off. But like, then that doesn't emulate what we're actually going to do on the server with this. So yeah, it'll work. It'll work. I'm sure of it. The only thing we've got to figure out now is the distances between here, Loglands, and Jevin that will have the T-flop in the middle. And to do that, I need the render distance. So I'm going to go connect to the server and just double check it before I do anything. Ozarka78, thank you so much for 70 months, my dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream, having a good time. Let's see. Sorry, I got distracted. Thank you for your support. I was clicking stuff on the other screen, and then we got a sub. Okay, so if I go look at server properties, I will see that the render distance. Kelly says, "Oh, I get it now, but are you certain that all inputs can end up at the point that's been loaded by all of them?" Yeah. Why wouldn't they? Right, what was I doing? Simulation distance equals 10. View distance is 14. But isn't the thing tied to simulation distance and not view distance? That is a curiosity. That is a curiosity. Let's see if we can do it with 10. So, what is the distance between these two locations? So like one, I mean, technically I could probably put it in this chunk somewhere, but we'll start here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is no way we're going to struggle with this. So for Loglands, we'll put the interface on this side, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't help but feel that this is probably this building here. Sorry, Jeff, just gonna put a T flip-flop in your building. Somewhere in this line here is where we'll put it. And I just wonder if there's something. That one is kind of like in that chunk there, so it might be a little further across. Jevin hasn't put anything in here. Let's find out if he's got any plans for this building. Let me go message Jevin. Jevin. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Yo, Danish Gartner, thank you so much for the Prime subscription, my dude. Appreciate it. As a oh wait, I still need that. As a Prime subscriber, you can join the Let's Play Minecraft Together server. And if you think about it, Prime is basically free if you've already got it. Well, it's a free sub. So if you're looking for a Minecraft server to play on, come check it out. Yeah, what's happening here? I think they're up to something. And Clockwork Riot is here with the Prime as well. Maybe someone else who's interested in joining. Oh, and I got some numbers. We've had, I think it's 43 people sign up and join the community and play on the server. So that is awesome to see. Okay, right. So, Somi is lost. What are we creating, by the way? We're creating, well, I'm not going to do it today, but we're creating the T flip-flop system. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, do you know what? It's definitely going to be that building then. So they are both like 9 or 8 chunks, and the simulation distance is 10. So we should be good. So I'll put. Whoops, wrong button. Interesting. I'll probably put my beacon control panel interface somewhere. I kind of don't want it to be just like a little lever on the wall, if you know what I mean. So it's not gonna fit anywhere there unless I essentially air quotes downgrade that. And this space isn't really great for popping up anything into, like a lever on the floor would kind of look lame. I think any little box construction thing would look not so great. I don't want to wander too far, right? But I could put a panel here. See, I'm gonna be the one turning them back on, or we could go into the upper part of the base, which would probably create a headache getting a redstone signal down. I'll have to think about it, but somewhere around there we will put one, and then somewhere in Loglands as well. There are 46 currently playing on Let's Play Minecraft Together 4, says Cybot. There you go, there you go. There's 46 peeps online right now. Do you want to see? Do you want to see my starter house that I built? I haven't actually shown that. Jevin replied, by the way. Right, a message in Jevin. I was about to say I'm on the server if you want to chat about it. Before I send that message, let's go over. Yeah, 46 peeps online. I will show you my little starter base. This is in... Oh, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Okay, so I challenged myself to build this, like, as... Not so much as fast as possible, right? But, like, I wanted to do a day one starter base type vibe, right? Like, what can you actually do in the first 24 hours of playing in a survival world? So I came on here, you know, chopped down some trees, dug a load of deep slate from down the bottom, got some tough blocks. You can see how everything here is pretty easy to get your hands on straight away. Now, as for the interiors, I didn't really get around to doing too much with this. But this was the vibe. A little bit of storage. Had started to think about a workstation area. And then up here, there's plenty of space to, like, add DLs and things. Maybe like some wall blocks, carpets on the ground, and you put a bed up here and stuff. But I didn't really lean into that side of it too much. I was kind of just focused on the exterior. So, you know, I'd probably give it like a 5. I don't know. I think you could do a lot better. But I'm pretty happy that I came up with this without any creative design. This is just straight survival. And, yeah. That's what I did. That's what I did. Is your server keep inventory? That one is. Not talking about... Hermitcraft, of course, but that one is. Why have I got all this? Oh, it's because I was going to experiment here, wasn't I? And then I was like, no, let's go do that in the creative world because that makes so much more sense. Well, I'm going to need more redstone, but luckily for me, I got plenty of it. Because now we kind of know what we're doing, and most of the space to put down all of this redstone has been dug out. So yeah, in Jevin's base, we just need to build the T flip-flop system. And then, actually, no, I probably got quite a lot to do, because connecting that up involves more redstone lines and more digging, probably. Yeah, maybe it's not going to be that quick to do. I don't know. It's starting to keep me busy for a few streams, that's for sure. X meant to send this much earlier, but got distracted. I recently wanted to take inspiration from your ender chest sorting where I can find a list. It's absolutely not if you want to be distracted, though. Just come back and clip this later. But the best thing you can do is just do it yourself in a creative world, right? Because what I did was this in a different world and then took pictures of it. So when I was setting it up this season, I was just constantly referring to pictures of the whole setup. So like if you do it yourself, you can tweak this to your needs as well. If you're like a redstoner, you might want 2 chests of redstone. So I highly recommend just doing all of this in a creative world, right? Because the creative inventory gives you a list of every block. You can think it through. Are you going to put nether stars in there? Maybe not. Because I don't farm withers to use them for decoration, so they're not an item that would go in there. You might feel the same way about repeaters and comparators. You're never going to touch them because you don't do redstone. So, like, personalize it for you, and then take pictures of them. All right, Jev's not around, so no worries, Jev. I'm going to switch to standing. Yo, peeps, be sure to hit the follow button over here on Twitch, because in 8 days' time we are doing a massive Hermitcraft retrospective celebrating 10 years of being here on Twitch. We're going to go through the old Hermitcraft worlds. We're going to tour, explore, and talk, and it's going to be fun, because I haven't done that in a long time. Except recently, where we went back to Season 1 because we were building the Hermit History thing. But that's the thing that kind of inspired me as well, so you know how it goes. Peeps, if you haven't heard my music before, I do indeed create music, and I have an album out, a record. If you go look up for Soulside Eclipse, you can find it on YouTube, Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, and many of the major streaming platforms. I'd love it if you took the time to go check it out. But that's going to be it from me this live stream. I will now go and find someone to riggedy rate. Who are we going to riggedy raid today? Let's go raid Linksy, who's got an amazing world. I'm sure you'll enjoy what you find here. Looks like he's over at his insane wither skeleton farm. Anyway, that's it from me. Take care and have a wonderful evening. And I will see you all soon with another stream.